The following is brought to you by the Social Suplex Podcast Network.
This is All Things Elite. Welcome back to All Things Elite. Load up the pod, man, it's on when we speak. Rich right here, let me warm it up for Austin and Floyd. Couldn't be no one but the boys. When it come to All Things Elite from the fan perspective, swear, man, it ain't no question. Hear from them first. Swear, man, they putting in the work. No, they had to get me for the verse. Social Suplex Network's on. Hours at a time in your headphones. Austin and Floyd on the microphone. Backing out on the rant, getting in the zone. Pulling up the show, give it 7 stars, you already know. Who else could it be but the show with the proclivity for positivity? I'm gone.
Welcome to a special edition of All Things Elite. I don't even know what to call this. This is a breaking news, All Things Elite. I was able to get Austin. If I sound a little muffled or far away, I didn't even bring a headset to Chicago for All Out this weekend, so I'm literally talking into my computer speaker. Austin is in his car recording on his phone. But this is one of those things, such big news that we have to address. First, before I address the exact news, Austin, how are you?
Could be better. Honestly, if we're being straight up, could be better.
All right.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah. Here it is. The statement from All Elite Wrestling and Tony Khan. All Elite Wrestling has terminated the wrestler and employment agreements between Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, and AEW with cause, effective immediately. The termination was confirmed today by Tony Khan, CEO, General Manager, and Head of Creative of AEW. The termination follows a week-long internal investigation of an incident occurring backstage at AEW, all in London on Sunday, August 27th. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee met and later convened with outside legal counsel before making a unanimous recommendation to Khan that CM Punk be terminated with cause. Khan offered the following statement. Phil played an important role within AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of the AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone. Of course, I wish I didn't have to share this news, which may come as a disappointment to many of our fans. Nevertheless, I am making the decision in the best interest of the many amazing people who make AEW possible every week, our talent, staff, venue operators, and many others whose efforts are unsung but essential to bringing our fans great shows on television and at arenas and stadiums throughout the world. So, CM Punk officially gone from AEW with cause. This stemmed from what we've heard, many different reports, interaction with Jungle Boy before his match with Samoa Joe, but right after Jungle Boy and Hook wrestled. Apparently, words were exchanged, ended with a Punk putting Jungle Boy in a guillotine and, releasing or whatever. And that's how I've always heard it. I've never really heard who started it, but I'm guessing with this action, we can kind of guess what happened here. So, Austin, your thoughts, the comments, anything, go off.
All of this over a fucking not being able to use glass in your wrestling segment. But yeah, I mean, straight up, all jokes aside, I'm stunned. This is about as shocking to me as when Cody and Brandy left and when Vince, quote unquote, retired. I was absolutely stunned. I know a lot of people didn't think that this would ever happen just because of how big of a CM Punk guy Tony Khan is or was. But I mean, it's here. He has been fired. He is no longer at AEW. The fact that this is taking place a day before All Out in Chicago at the United Center, the very place where CM Punk first returned to wrestling after a 7-year absence, honestly is just insane to me. I can't believe that this announced. I would have thought they would have waited to make this announcement after All Out. Because now there's such a weird vibe going into All Out. Like, Floyd's at StarCast. He's at All Out right now. I'm going to be driving to Chicago tomorrow. It's just a weird...
Oh, so you were able to make it to the show?
No, yeah, we're going tomorrow. Yeah, we're going. So I'll see you down there. But, yeah, it's just now it's a weird fucking vibe. Excuse me, going into the whole thing. But, look, here's what I'll say. Regardless of who started it, regardless of what the true story is or whatever the case is, like, he's gone. And at the end of the day, I know a lot of people are probably celebrating about that. And, that's great for y'all, honestly. I'm disappointed because, I mean, the whole reason we were supposed to bring CM Punk back was for the feud of the century, which would have been CMFTR versus the Elite, and we didn't even get close. We didn't even get close. And that was the whole reason why I felt like you would bring CM Punk back in the first place, is to do that feud. And people on both sides, I will say on both sides, Punk's side and the Elite side, no one could be adults. No one could be adults. And at the end of the day, placating people and just kind of like putting people in their own corners and then just hoping if the issue would solve itself and people would simmer down, it didn't happen. And yeah, it's just incredibly disappointing. And I'm just looking back at memories and just enjoying the times that were had, because I still stand by my statement that CM Punk's first year in AEW was the best year of wrestling in my entire life, and I don't think anything will top it. And look, y'all got what you wanted. You won. Congrats. I'm happy for you, honestly. I'm not even trying to be facetious. I know a lot of people were genuinely just being like, can we move on from this so we can enjoy the wrestling? And I'm right there with you. It's over. He's gone. Y'all won. Can we please shut the fuck up and enjoy the wrestling now? We have a pay-per-view tomorrow, and it's going to be a fun time. The card looks like it'll be fun, even though it is coming 7 days after All In. It looks like it should be a fun card. So, look, your guys' what you guys perceive to be the biggest drama source of all of wrestling is now gone. So I don't want to hear anything anymore. Like, any more drama comes out, like, I don't want to hear it, because you got rid of CM Punk, so all the issues should be solved now. That's just how I feel. But like, yeah, I'm bummed. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't bummed. But I mean, yeah, we'll see what the vibe is like tomorrow, though. But Floyd, what? Go ahead and tell me your thoughts.
I feel exactly how I did when Cody left. Numb. Sad, time wasted, money wasted. I'm sitting here in my CMFTR shirt, looking across the room. There is another pink and black CMFTR shirt. There's a pink and black Punk hoodie, Punk shirt, then another CMFTR hoodie to go with my custom made CM Punk pink and black, CMFTR pink and black Nikes. So, to say I was invested in CM Punk is an understatement, to say the least. That is and that it couldn't work out, I'm upset about. I don't blame anyone. I really don't. I don't blame Punk. I don't blame the Elite. I don't blame anyone. There are differing personalities in wrestling. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You sign a big free agent in the NFL and NBA. Guess what? Sometimes they don't work on your team and you have to let them go. And that's what happened in this case. This is just a signing that didn't work out the way you want to. And
this is just them cutting their losses.
Yeah, cutting their losses. Maybe on a per appearance deal. And I came to the conclusion a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, or when this happened again, I was like, I love CM Punk. I want CM Punk to be in AEW. I want CM Punk to be in meaningful feuds. That's what I want. But as an AEW fan and a diehard AEW fan and a person that runs an AEW podcast, it looked like the Punk drama was taken away from the spirit of AEW. So in this case, it may be addition by subtraction. You're cutting.
Like I said, it's very possible because, like I said, at this point, like I said, the biggest source of drama in many people's eyes is now gone. So I'd love it if, like I said, can we now enjoy the wrestling? Because All In was an amazing show, CM Punk's match included, and Jungle Boy's match included. Like, that match was still really good, despite the fact that Perry wanted to take away from his match by continuing the drama, but I digress.
Yes.
The entire show was monumentous. We're going to have the whole ordeal happen next year with All In London 2, which I'm incredibly ecstatic for. And we got All Out tomorrow, which, again, I'm still excited for. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel fucking weird. But I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy an AEW show. I've never been to an AEW pay-per-view that has let me down. I have not. It's just the track record is insane.
Yeah.
And I am an AEW fan at the end of the day. And I'm just happy at this point. Like, look, I hope now the fighting stops. I hope now the tribalism, the way that fans act, like, y'all have fun and do your like CM Punk is over party on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. Get it all out of you, because like it's your day. Have your day in the sun. But I'm going to want to enjoy AEW and talk about AEW and talk about the wrestling and the storylines.
Yeah.
Because now all your focus should be in this instead of just placating egos. This should be now where we go from here. So I that's all. Like, at this point, that's all I care about. I'm bummed out. I'm sad. I'm grateful for the memories that I got with CM Punk's run in AEW. Don't try to do revisionist history telling me that his run was shit. This man changed wrestling for the good and for the bad on the highest levels. I don't know many other people that can do that in this day and age. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is yours to decide. But I just want to enjoy the wrestling right now, and you should too. So enjoy your day. I'm going to just kind of decompress from this whole situation because, like Floyd said, I'm numb, honest to God. But, yeah. I mean,
I was going to say, for me, I was one of the biggest advocates of this was leading to the Elite versus CM Punk and FTR, CM FTR. That was it. I was on it, and I was wrong. I mean, there's not anything other than that to say, really. I was embarrassingly wrong. I take my L. Take your victory laps. I know. I even said it's my policy to not bring up when I said something wrong. But for this one, I was so adamant about it. I have to go against policy and say I was wrong. Yeah, clip it. Take a recording of it. Probably won't ever happen again. But I was wrong, and doesn't affect my love for FTR. Doesn't affect my, in general, love for anybody in AEW. I wasn't a Jack Perry fan before this. Short of him gaining a foot, 50 pounds, and, a personality, I doubt that changes anytime soon. So,
again, just talking about just this, again, like, what a waste. Like I said the one reason why you bring CM Punk back after Brawl Out, after what happened a year ago, is for this feud. This was the whole reason why we were bringing him back, and we never even got close. We never got these people to sit into a room, talk it out. Like, TK literally created a completely new show, which now we don't even know what the fate of Collision is. Yeah. Collision could literally be done because that show was made for CM Punk. It was built for CM Punk, and it was basically built to be his corner to keep him in the Elite away from each other. And I was like, this is only going to last like a little under like a few months, and then we're going to get what we need, which is CM FTR versus the Elite. We didn't even get close.
Apparently, Punk and the Bucks have never even. Apparently, Punk and the Bucks never even got in the same room, so we were never close. This was never going to happen. Only thing I can say, we are the proclivity for positivity, hoping this opens up doors for bigger spots for other people. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm always going to be pro AEW. I'm always going to root for them to exist. Like I said, it's a bad signing. It didn't work. I mean, for the year, it was good until the night of Brawl Out, and then it was over. And honestly, it's almost seeming like he shouldn't have come back. Even though I was sure he was going to come back, it's like he shouldn't have come back.
Well, that's the thing. If they couldn't get these people to sort it out and then just actually build towards this feud, then like I said, there was no reason to bring him back. I enjoyed the stuff that I got in this second run of CM Punk, whether it be him like with his "Tell Me When I'm Telling Lies," doing the Real World Championship situation, which was still a good moment, and his stuff with Samoa Joe. Like, I love that stuff, and I honestly think his match with Joe at All In was a great little moment to close it out on. But yeah, if you're not going to be able to make that feud happen, he shouldn't have been brought back. You should have cut all your losses right then and there, because I mean, like, there's no point. There's no point.
All right. Well, last question, because we wanted to keep this fairly short. Do you want him to sign with the WWE? Just instant reaction.
Absolutely not. And I don't think it will happen. Because, like, I mean, there's just no point. Like, there's still baggage with him in WWE that I don't think will be sifted through. Triple H is running things. He and Triple H did not get along, just like he and Vince didn't get along. And Vince is still backstage.
He doesn't seem to ever get along with his bosses for some reason.
Well, he's a punk rock kid who never was going to be fitting in a corporation. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, this guy was never supposed to be as big as he was, but he was. He defied what everybody said about him. Here comes the fanboy, I guess. Go ahead. I honestly, like I said, people are dunking on me. People are making fun of me. People are laughing at me. It's fine. Like I said, y'all have fun. But, like, this man defied what everybody thought a top wrestling star could be in the new era. People thought you could only get wrestling stars like John Cena, like Cody Rhodes, like Kenny Omega, like all these guys that like Punk defied what you thought a wrestling star could be in the modern era. And like, it's no wonder why he doesn't get along with bosses. He's a punk rock kid who doesn't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well,
so, I don't think Punk goes back to WWE. I think at this point, you know, he's still got the gig with Heels, which I'm excited to see how the show goes because it's very good. I mean, at this point, we might even get that CM Punk book that he teased, like, because I mean, at this point, it's that and the Dark Side of the Ring episode that's going to be the thing that people look forward to the most when it comes to CM Punk. If he releases a book and the Dark Side of the Ring episode, which you know is coming, just give it time.
Dude,
but I think he just goes home and he gets to simmer down, be with his wife, be with his dog, and just, he's set. He's got nothing else he needs to prove at this point. And honestly, I think the entire wrestling world would be very happy if he never came back. So,
well, I definitely, because he's CM Punk, I see him signing with the WWE because he doesn't want his last match to be on someone else's terms. So
I don't know, man. I think the Joe Punk match was a solid way to close it out. And at the end of the day,
and that Punk, is a solid.
Punk continues to get older. Punk continues to like his age is going to catch up with him. It already started to a little bit in some people's eyes. I just think at this point, dude. I mean, like,
but ultimately, what I was saying, this is TK's decision, not his. And as a punk rock guy, he wants to go out on his own terms. So I'm not saying he's going to sign a full-time deal with WWE. I can see him do like a stretch from Rumble to the WrestleMania and go out like that. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm just saying.
I think that the more likely situation would be him to go full kamikaze and take the entire wrestling industry down, like whether it be on another fucking podcast, whether it be on the Dark Side of the Ring shit, whether it be in a book, whether it be in a memoir. I don't know. I think he's going to take people down.
But
I think he's going to try to take people down.
I don't think he can. I think legally is
the problem.
Yeah, I don't think legally he's going to be able to do it. Tony Khan is smarter than him, and his lawyers are bigger. So, and these things called NDAs. So generally, I'm going to guess Punk going to want some money before this is over. I know this is not the last we heard of Punk in AEW unless they've already come to the financial agreement. But Punk ain't walking away with nothing, and it's going to be interesting to see what goes on. But to all those people that were tired of CM Punk, and they were like, I'm not watching as long as Punk's on there. Welcome back. Welcome back. Make sure you're tuning into All Things Elite as we review and edit all these shows. We welcome
I'm just so glad at this point, dude. I'm just so happy that I don't have to talk about this anymore.
But we are the proclivity.
That's the thing.
We are the proclivity of positivity. But yeah, if you come into my face too much about CMFTR, I'm gonna be less positive. I'm just gonna say that. I take my L, and I'm taking my L. Don't get me wrong, but that only goes so far. So I will say that and leave it at that. I'm not tough or anything like that, but I will cuss a motherfucker out when it needs to be done. Because that's what CM Punk's cuss motherfuckers. I will cuss motherfuckers if you bother me now. And yeah, it sucked. And I worry about the people that Punk was close to, if he was even close to anybody anymore. And what this is going to do for the morale. Maybe it improves it all. Maybe they can just go back to being one big happy family. We will see. That is all I really have to say. Like I said, I am not good. I'm not happy. I'm not happy it didn't work out, but I do understand what it was. It was a free agent signing that didn't work out. It is. I've seen it too many times in sports and in NFL for it to affect me other than being upset for a day or so. So that's it. You got anything else you want to leave with, Austin?
Yeah, again, we're gonna try to we'll look at this on the positive side of things too. Like I said, I just hope now wrestling fans can have their day in the sun and then simmer down, and then we can enjoy AEW and just look at it as a entertainment property that we all love, and just be able to look forward to the growth of younger guys, because there's still so many young guys on this roster that have a huge opportunity to continue to get big. And the future of pro wrestling, dude, is still very bright. I'm very much excited to see the growth of guys like Ricky Starks, growth of guys like Hook, growth of guys like Jungle Boy. I hope he continues to develop, and I hope he gets better, because I want what's best for AEW. And I'm just, again, like I said, I'm the guy that when this whole rumors leading up to the United Center for the first dance happened, I didn't want to believe that this was ever going to happen. I thought Punk was never coming back to wrestling, and he did. And I was in attendance when it happened, and I'm unbelievably grateful. It's one of my happiest memories as a wrestling fan. I was there for All Out, which is still the best pay-per-view I've ever seen, with Punk's first match against Darby, Danielson, and Adam Cole's debut. The run was incredible. And did it stumble? Absolutely. It absolutely stumbled.
Fell off a
but
fucking cliff. Almost a year ago today, it fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it stumbled so much that he decided to kamikaze off a cliff. And CM Punk only does things big at the end of the day. Yeah. But yeah. Everyone have fun. Don't contact me about this shit anymore. Honestly, I'm tired of it, and I'm not going to talk about this on the show anymore.
No, yeah, we're done.
This is it.
Because it will not affect the on-screen. It will not affect the on-screen product, so we're good.
Yeah.
So I will say, I'm looking forward to it. I've been very clear that when Cody left, I don't feel anybody's felt his spot, right? And then CM Punk is in the spot, and there's now a spot to fill there. And so they really do need some people to step up if that's what they're going to do going forward. But I will leave the show with my last tweet read out. We were there for his debut. We were there for his first match. We were there for both his title wins. We were there for his last match. We were sad. We are sad, but we will be less so later. And I leave you with the great quote: "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." Always do your best. Be elite.